Hey guys, welcome back to Point of View here on the 10th Aisle. I'm your host, 10th Aisle, aka Ryan, and I hope you're doing well today. This week was kind of interesting, kind of a mixed bag. Let's just jump right into it. Video games. Oh my goodness. We may have a Rust addiction. We have been playing a lot of Rust. I think I've clocked just under about a day worth of Rust total, but who knows how many hours I've played just this week. I know it's at like 17 or 18, it's something. It's quite a bit. And I'm really enjoying my time with it, building and kind of learning the systems. And I just don't quite understand how gathering stuff and then building stuff and then reinforcing stuff and rarely seeing people is like the thing that I really enjoy, but it really is. And I appreciate all you beautiful members of the Glaring over on our Twitch channel coming out and hanging out and supporting that little endeavor there, just headfirst into lots of Rust. I really do appreciate it. I'm having a great time. You guys seem to really enjoy it as well. So we've been playing a lot of Rust. I think in the weeks to come, we'll probably talk about it a lot more. Maybe we'll get some crazy stuff going. Definitely check out the link down in the description to the gaming channel, 10th Aisle Gaming, if you want highlights and other gaming content. But we've also been playing Destiny 2. Man, I have really gone in on the more addictive kind of games. I got through the Warmind expansion and whatever the one was before that, and I've just barely started the Forsaken expansion, which I need to get through because in September we've got Shadowkeep coming out. I'm really excited, and these kind of games, Rust and Destiny 2, are going to be heavy in my rotation, so maybe we'll be talking about them quite a bit in the weeks to come. But I really am enjoying Destiny 2. I'm a little annoyed with some of the combat missions. They're just not quite great. The story's okay, but I think once we get full on into Forsaken here, it'll be really fun. And finally, 4 games. We have been playing a little bit of Overwatch. It's not fun without a group, and I'm really hoping to get more group play. You know, when you roll in with 3 or 4, and sometimes even more, up to 6 buddies in a game, 6 people just rolling deep in Overwatch is just a blast. Even if it's in quick play or competitive, which is what I want to get back into, some competitive, because that is fun. Because quick play can get a little bit old. But I played a little bit this week, and it was kind of a bummer because we couldn't get a group together. Maybe you guys want to hit up the stuff down below, and we can group up in some Overwatch. That would be a blast, wouldn't it? So that's what we've been playing this week. What have you guys been playing? Let me know down in those comments below. I'm really curious to see what everyone is getting into, because we know I'm only getting into a few things. Let me know. Moving right along, movies! And boy, do we have movies to talk about. I've actually been watching movies this week. You guys should be very proud of me. I watched Venom, and let me tell you, that movie is not good. It is a very mediocre superhero movie. It is good for about 15 or 20 minutes, and that's really pushing it. I'm not super familiar on the origin for Venom and how everything comes to play. I am intrigued about the movie that spawns out of this, Carnage. Hopefully that's really good, and maybe there's a Venom 2 that's better than this one. But Venom was bad in the sense that it just didn't really do a whole lot of things, and felt like they were kind of really stretching that rubber band, and it kind of hits him, in the face a couple times. it just wasn't quite what I would expect from a Tom Hardy performance, and that can't all be his fault. Maybe there's some stuff in the deleted scenes, or there's a special cut. The cut I saw, I think, was just a theatrical one, and it sucked. It sucked to sit through, and my wife was not super impressed. And man, yeah, it felt really forced. But we did also see Spider-Man Homecoming finally, and I thought that was good, minus maybe the first about 20 minutes or so where it kind of leans too far into the teenage angst stuff. And of course, I forgot that he's only like 15 or 16. That stuff gets a little bit weird. I did like that movie, though. I thought it was very well done. Not overblown with tons of special effects, and everything kind of just fit together really well. The ending was kind of a little bit of it was okay. But I did really like Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm a pretty decent Spider-Man fan. And I then, this past weekend, also went to the movie theater. I know, completely crazy. And saw Spider-Man Far From Home, which I thought was awesome. Unbelievably cool. The whole aspect there with Mysterio was pretty neat. I won't spoil anything on that, but that was pretty cool. The end scenes that everyone just lives and dies for, I thought were fine. I don't usually care too much about them, but I want to see what they have to offer, because a couple of them have been really good across the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the reason we're watching all of these Marvel movies is I'm trying to get caught up. My wife and I have a couple more movies, and then we'll be fully caught up. Man, what Marvel movie do you like? Let me know down in the comments. I'm genuinely curious, because there are quite a few of them that I really don't like. Maybe we could have a beautiful discussion. Maybe we could have a beautiful agreement and discussion. Well, hopefully that's what that ends up being down in those comments below. And next up, TV. Well, to be honest, really have been watching a ton of TV this week. More Forged in Fire, that beautiful bladed badassery. I just really like that show. It's still pretty awesome. Maybe an episode of Mythbusters here and there, but I could take that or leave it. It kind of gets a little bit dry with the constant zooming in on different Mythbusters crotches and butts and whatever. I'm kind of over that weird thing that they were doing there, and I can't really get on board with it. But Forged in Fire is freaking awesome. I really do like it. It's pretty good. And warning, spoilers ahead. Handmaid's Tale episode 8 was incredible, start to finish. Easily the best episode of the season for me. June is full on maniacal. Her manipulation of that other handmaid, and I cannot remember her name, we'll put it here on the screen. Her manipulation of her is so brilliant and just rude and diabolical. It's like the worst thing ever. And I feel like they're starting to make me not like June, even though, of course, because she's the main character, she's one of the better characters in the whole show. She's not my favorite character. One of my favorite characters is the one that they actually featured and showcased really well, Aunt Lydia. Seeing her past, she was a teacher. I really thought all of that came together really, really well and showed kind of, honestly, I'm going to characterize it as mental illness. You call it what you want, but that's what it is. She kind of got herself in this gear, and she stayed in that gear even, after the whole Gilead thing has happened. She's grouped herself in there as she has to be somebody who is constantly saving. And to get a little more personal, I actually work in the adoption industry. I work for a faith-based organization doing IT work. So I know about foster care. So when she has that child put into foster care, I'm pulled on both sides because I don't like that happens. But looking at that girl's situation, the mother there, she kind of needed to have that kid taken away. That kid was not necessarily safe. So, yeah, a very good episode. I loved seeing everything kind of unfold, and I'm really curious to see where they go next. And what kind of TV are you watching? Are you enjoying anything that there were not? Am I missing something? Something you really want me to check out? Let me know down in those comments below. Books, short and sweet. I'm very slowly progressing through A Dory from Heaven. I really need to pick it up. And I think I really will here soon because I just picked up an H.P. Lovecraft collection. And I'm really excited to read that. So I need to get through this book that I'm reading now, and then we'll move on to that. But books, I just need to kick myself right in the ass a little bit more. What are you guys reading? Anything good lately? And music. This week we have listened to quite a bit of music. Let's get into it. I checked out Belle and Sebastian's latest single, Sister Buddha, and I thought it was good. Maybe not as top tier, high caliber for Belle and Sebastian, but I really liked it. I always like kind of seeing what they do, and this bit most of their stuff, but I'd have to hear more. Maybe listen to this one a couple times, hear some other tracks, see where they're going with their vibe. I also checked out Clairo's Closer to You, which I thought was really good as well. I don't know enough about her. I need to look into her more to see if she's kind of what I'm looking for in that lane that she's in. I really don't have much more to say, but I did like that track. And Flume, let you know, I'm a little bit biased, so any kind of Flume track comes about, I pretty much dig it. I don't know, I've always been on board with the Flume, so this track's actually pretty good. I want to hear more, of course. I always want to hear more from Flume, but this track is good. Moving into metal, Behemoth, O Father, O Satan, O Son. What an awesome name for a track, and what a kick-ass metal track. Just wow. You definitely want to check that song out if you haven't. Behemoth is pretty good to begin with, but this song, it really kicks. And last up but not least, Evergrey. I am completely obsessed with this band and their latest album, The Atlantic. My God, this band is incredible. Just incredible. More specifically, the track A Silent Arc blew me away. All the way to the last note. And this is like a 7-minute song. The last whole bit there, man, really awesome stuff. You should check them out now. They are kind of a rock, like metal vibe that just, man, that album is just a banger. I really can't speak any more highly of it than that. It is a banger. That's going to be it for this edition of Point of View. I hope you enjoyed. Hit up the comments with answers to all the questions that we asked. And I hope to see you again in another Point of View. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button. Click the bell for notifications. And have an awesome day.